Hey, how you doing? Wanted to touch base on a couple things that I've been thinking about. One of the videos that I did recently was overcoming objections, a couple of them actually, and it made me just really kind of contemplate on how effective we need to be in the counsel and qualify, right? Your needs analysis. So as soon as you meet and greet the customer, it's of the utmost importance that you sit them down and you find out what they're here to take a look at, what they're here to accomplish, right? You need to fill all three buckets, right? So what are they here to look at? What are they currently driving? And where do they want to be with their budget? We need to figure out all that information. Also need to find out who the decision makers are, who's going to be involved in the decision. You know, when I was thinking about, the overcoming certain objections, like I got to speak to my partner, my spouse, etc. A lot of that can be kind of overcome, or a lot of information can be gathered during your counsel and qualify there, right? So who's going to be the primary driver? Who else will be driving? How are you going to be using it? Tell me about your family. Tell me about how you guys go about typically making these decisions. Were you on the same page about the type of car that you're looking for, and budget and all the specific features? I guess you guys have discussed that. Make sure you check all those boxes, right? So by gathering some information about the discussions that they've had as a team, as a couple, as a family, you can use those to help you close the deal down the road, right? I got to go home and speak to my spouse. Well, we know that you guys have spoken earlier. We know that you guys are on the same page as far as the type of vehicle and how you need it equipped. You also are on the same page as far as budget. I'm sure your significant other, if they really enjoyed shopping for a vehicle, they'd already be here, right? Now that's more towards the closing end of it, right? Trying to make a little bit of sense to just kind of move forward, not worry about getting taken advantage of or getting ripped off. We've already covered all those bases. We're making sure that you're getting a great deal, and why not just take your new car home today and enjoy it tomorrow instead of having to think about going and shopping for it still. But if we get that information up front, right? If we're talking to them about how they're going to use the vehicle, who's going to be involved, who's going to be driving it, who's going to be riding in it, how will you be using it during the week and the weekends, and your family, how do they typically go about making these big decisions? You guys make sure that you're on the same page before you start wasting your time and going out. Are you online? Have you found anything in particular? You gather all that information up front, as we do in a normal counsel and qualify. Not only are we getting to know our customer, but we're getting to know how their family makes decisions, and we're getting to know the vehicle that's going to serve their needs. So you can avoid a lot of having to overcome certain objections by doing a really good counsel and qualify, so that you know what they're trying to accomplish, what they want to drive, how they want to pay for it, and then you make the friend and you help them find the thing that's going to solve all those problems, answer all those questions. So just a quick little thing I've been running down and thinking about. If you do a really good, really solid counsel and qualify, you should be able to overcome a lot of these objections much easier, because you've already crossed those bridges, right? So hope this helps you, and I'll talk to you soon.